everybody. So it's afternoon. It's like 3:40 Missouri time. I didn't get a very early start this morning because I had to do laundry and had to actually end up going to a laundromat to do the laundry because the laundromat at the campground was in use and Danny was out of socks. So I'm getting kind of a late start, but I am going to do some adventuring, I guess this afternoon is what you could call it. I'm on my way now to a place called Falling Springs. It's down in the Mark Twain Forest, which, as you can kind of tell, it's a forest road because, yeah. It's okay, they're my favorite kinds. Somewhere down at the end of this road there should be a really cool spring, and then there's another one not too far down the road as well called Greer Spring that we'll head to after this, and then we'll head back up to the campground and have dinner and all that good stuff with Danny and the boys. We are here at Falling Springs Mill. Looks like there's a couple of buildings on the property. That over there is the mill, and then this here is a cabin. It says the Thomas Brown cabin. Kind of cool that those old structures are still standing after all these years. This one was built in 1851-ish, and it's got something called dovetail notching on it. The way that the pieces of log are put together, they're dovetailed in there. This is the inside of the cabin. I'm standing at the very back of it, and probably there's not much more than about 15, maybe 20 feet between one side of the cabin and the other. Pretty small little spaces that they lived in. Okay, we're headed up the path towards the mill. Looks like it was built between 1927 and 1929. Used to grind corn for feed, used as a sawmill for shingles and firewood, and to generate electricity. So this is really cool. When you step up inside here, you get to see all these wheels and mechanisms and stuff that were used for turning the old mill. A little different from the other mills that I've been to and seen. And this must be Falling Springs. Comes right out of the side of the mountain. Looks like pretty nice, cool, clean water. Not quite as blue as the stuff we saw yesterday, but still pretty clean and blue. Still pretty clear. This is one of these places that's so beautiful, and you just want to stay here for a really, really long time. There's no one here. It's just quiet, and all you hear is the sound of the water from the falling spring. So now we're going to head to Greer Spring Mill, which is just down the road a little ways, I guess. My GPS lost where we're going, so we'll find our way out of here, and hopefully it'll tell us how to get to Greer Spring. We'll see. Always an adventure. Alright everybody, so we made it to Greer Spring Mill. Unfortunately you can't go inside here, but still a really cool mill and cool building. I'm interested to see what it looks like over on the other side, and if the wheel and everything is still around, and kind of to know what the history is of this place. So this is what the back side of the Greer Spring Mill looks like. Pretty neat. Still not seeing any wheels or anything, so I'm not quite sure how they milled stuff here, and not really hearing any creeks or rivers flowing, but we'll see. There really isn't too much information about this place here. It's just kind of a big building sitting off to the side of the road. So I'm not sure exactly what's up with this place, but still kind of a cool old building to see, cool old building to take pictures of. We're just getting ready to head out from the Greer Mill, and we're going to take a little bit of the long way home, the scenic route. Anybody who knows me knows that that's the route that I'll always choose to take. We should be back to the RV park and Danny and the boys in about 50 minutes or so. Or so this is me, and I dink around quite a bit, so who knows, it may be a little longer than that, but it is starting to get dark, so I'll probably kind of try to hurry it along just a little tonight. I have to say it's been very interesting here in Missouri. I've met a lot of interesting people. It's almost like everyone who that you meet here is really interested in stopping and talking and finding out where you're from and things like that. I had somebody at the laundromat this morning stop me, and he saw that my truck had Cheyenne plates, so he pulled over on the side of the road to stop and talk to me about Cheyenne. So that was kind of cool, kind of funny. Several other people have stopped and talked today at the various places we've been, so it's just kind of a nice, friendly place. Ready to head out on the road. So the boys are here with me this morning, and we are going to go hiking to a couple of places, 3 places actually, that are over towards the west of us. This is just lovely. So we are in the Mark Twain Forest, and look at all of this color. It's just beautiful. Alright, so we are at the Topaz Mill. It's actually behind us. I kind of parked off to the side a little bit. I couldn't take a picture of us coming up or a video of us coming up because my camera decided to overheat on my phone. It's been quite an adventure. It always is. But here's a little lake that's right next to the mill, and we will be headed up to the mill just as soon as I get the doggies out. They're ready to go. Alright, here is the Topaz Mill. This is really neat. Very cool little place. And right next to it is where the general store used to be in the town of Topaz. And here are 2 very eager little dogs to get to walk in. Hopefully my phone stays nice and cool so that you guys can see the drive out of here, which was pretty interesting drive in. We drove by some goats and some chickens. Goats with really long horns and chickens. The dogs had a heyday with it, so we'll see if you guys get to see that on the way out. Alright guys, let's see. Do we see the goats anywhere? They might have gone back inside. Oh. Driving down roads like this always remind me of going back to my grandma and grandpa's farm. This is the kind of road that they lived back up off of when it was in northern Missouri instead of down here. So this was really cool. We were coming around to turn to get onto the next road to go to the Hodgson Mill, and this is what kind of came out of nowhere. Pretty neat looking little bridge. Alright.
Destination is on the left.
Looks like we have made it to Hodgson's Water Mill. Hodgson's Mill. Hodgson Mill? I'm not even sure how you pronounce it, but we made it here. Pretty cool little place. So this is a great place for me to eat my lunch and have a little picnic. Give the boys a chance to do their thing, which right now is watching me eat and begging for food. Tommy seems to be hunting for something. Beautiful area. Looks like a pretty cool old place when it's open. If it's open, I don't know if they ever open it up anymore, but it is pretty neat. It does have the old water wheel there that's even wood, and just kind of a neat place to be. Now we're headed towards Blue Hole.
This life gets so heavy, so I'll carry it with you, and I know you'll carry me too, and we'll be home wherever we roam. No, I don't need a castle in Columbus. Don't want a chateau.
Okay, bubbies, should we go see the Blue Hole? Well, friends, we tried really hard to find the Blue Hole, but we don't know where it is, and we're kind of getting tired, and it's kind of the sun's starting to go down, so I think we're going to head back to the camper and see what Danny's been up to today.
Now there's no rush, 'cause we still got so much left to see.
Here's a little piece for you.
On we go.
Ah. So you get some hot dog too. Maybe you can have another piece in a little bit. Are you ready for your last little piece here? Yeah, you want this one? He did. There. Okay, that's all. And what is the meaning of that's all?